Alright, welcome back to Crabby and let's continue our adventure in the Legends of Sleepy Hollow storybooks. No intro to this video, you already know what's happening. Let's continue our adventure and we're off to chapter 2, which is called Visiting the Van Tassels. Alright, so like usual, every mission has a prologue, story, I'm not going to spoil it for you, and then you're going to go straight into the mission. Alright, so you're going to set up the board this way. You're going to have a bunch of enemies that are going to start already on the board. We're on level 1, and some spawn tokens need to be out there. All right, so what's the point of this mission? Well, you're going to see we need to barricade all the locked spawning points, and Katrina must survive. All right, one of the special things we're getting in this mission, well, there you go. We've unlocked the first special box. This is a major spoiler, I guess, if you want to play. But the first box is going to give you the Katrina miniature, and she's going to start the game with the other folks here. And you have to go get her card, and we'll get through this when we activate her for the first time. All right, so let me put this up here. And let's get started. Okay, by the way, before I do start, let me just address the elephant in the room here. You are going to see that the tiles do not align. It's not the end of the world. It's fine. As you can see here, there should be a table here. It looks like all the art on these 4 tiles got shifted over to the right. So some of the art got knocked off. So there's like a centimeter piece of art that it's actually missing. It's fine, it's still playable, it's not the end of the world, so I left a bit of a gap there, but let's just ignore it and let's just play like normal. Alright, so let me zoom in and let's get started. Alright, so our goal is to barricade the windows, and now we do that by doing an environment action on these sort of tokens that are out on the board, and these allow us to move. We do an environment action on them, and then they move a space, and then if they're in a space with a spawn token, it'll barricade that spawn token. I'll do that for sure in the first round when I'm going to move this barricade token here to lock space number 5. All right, so to get started, I think what I'm going to do is activate Matthias to take a couple of pot shots at these guys that are kind of close and very dangerous in our face. All right, so here's Matthias. By the way, at the end of chapter 1, you do unlock an extra skill, and he got charge. I'll probably do this in rounds 2 or 3, but the first thing I want to do is do another barrage. All right, so this is the skill I used in mission number 1. So let's just look at it right now. All right, because this is an area of effect spell, and there's multiple guys in there, so it's probably a good idea to use it in there. So it's a 1 die worth of damage, and if my attack party is low, which it is, I get +1 damage on the attack, and then I can move the monsters, but I'm not going to end up moving them, but this is going to be very useful right now. All right, so let's put the action marker here, and let's do the attack. So like you already know from the first mission, this is going to be 1 die +1 damage, because I'm in low, and my pistol here is going to give me 1 die +1 damage. So in total, I'm doing 2 dice +2 damage. And by the way, he's the character last round that got the lucky rabbit's foot, so he has the ability to reroll a die. You do get to keep your relics from chapter to chapter. Okay, so that's it. Let's roll our 2 dice. So 2 dice +2 damage to both these guys. Let's see what it's going to be. And boom, that's an awesome roll. Wow, that's great. So it's going to be 5 + 2, it's 7 damage, right, to both guys. Now, the Gobkin has no armor or defense, or defense, so he's going to take straight up 7 damage. So he's going to go from 10 down to 3. All right, and then the Root, who has a defense of 1, is going to take 7 - 1, 6. 6 is still enough to kill him. Boom, there you go. He got barraged. All right, that's awesome. All right, so he did his action, so now he's going to move. Let me move these dice out. Where should I move to? I guess I'll go close to one of these barricades, so next turn maybe he'll move some barricades around to help fortify the doors. So he's gonna go 1, 2 right over here, I guess. Probably move this one and then next turn come over here, or figure something out. All right, so he's done. That was a great first move. Now he's only got 3 life left. I was thinking about moving the shovel guy in, but I don't think it's necessary right now. It might be overkill. All right, because he only has 3 life left, I think what I'm going to do is move my cleric Elijah character in there, do his wrath ability that does exactly 3 damage, and that's going to be good. All right, so let's do that. So first I got to move. So he's going to move 1 space to get in there. Next, let's use the token on wrath, which does 3 damage, but I do need to gain a fear token. which is not the end of the world. He can easily heal these off later. It's going to do that. It's going to do exactly 3 damage, and boom, that's going to kill this Gobkin, which is great. So that's the end of his turn. Up next, I think what I'm going to do is an environment action so I can barricade this right away. Okay, so let's do that with the Jeremiah character. Sure, while he's there. So he's going to take an action here, environment action, to move this 1 space over here. And as the instructions tell you, if you move a barricade into a spot with a spawn, you're going to basically lock that spawn point. So there you go. That's our first out of 5 locked spawn points. Oh, one thing I did forget to mention, in the rules it does say that for 2 and 3, you do need to put 2 barricades for each. Right? That's why if you look around the board, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's because it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all the barricades need to be used. All right, but anyway, that was Jeremiah's turn. Now he can still move. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move. Boy, where do I move? Let's move 1, 2. Sure, let's go 1, 2 right over here. Let's join Matthias over here. All right, so that's it for them. So who do I have left? I have Katrina and Emily left. I think what I'm gonna probably do is for her to get her prey ready. All right, actually, before I do anything else, I did one stupid thing. I'm gonna take back one of my turns. I just realized that the pumpkins here, when they move 2, it's gonna go 1, 2. I thought that this hallway was 2 spaces, but it counts as 1 space because I don't see any markings here. So instead of moving here, because they're going to get attacked by a bunch of pumpkins, I'm going to change my strategy just a little bit. I'm going to send everyone to the entrance. Right, everyone's going to funnel in a bit closer so then we can pop out of the doorway here and shoot everyone down. All right, so sorry about that. And I don't want to have anyone here because then the Gobkin's going to come here and attack us. All right, so Emily's going to go next. All right, so let's do her prey action. Do that, and the one that she's gonna do is just like the first mission. She's gonna pick the Gobkin so she can kill these guys with 1 shot of her kill shot ability. All right, so just as a reminder, I'm just gonna put this little marker here. All right, so that's what she's gonna do next turn for sure to take that guy down. All right, she can still move, and we're all gonna pile up into the little hallway over here. All right, so that's it for her. Lastly is Katrina. Now, she's a new character. We control her with a card. So let's look over her options. So she only moves at 2, which is pretty slow. She does have 12 health. Now, when she, when it's her turn, she gets to do 1 of these actions. All right. All right. So she can do a restore action, which heals 2 to everyone in her space. Nobody in my group's damage. Do an attack, which is just 1 attack, but I get to move that thing 1 space. That's going to be very useful against the roots, I guess, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. And then there's also a ward, which she can place a ward token in between 2 locations, and enemies can't see you or walk through that that hallway. So you know what? That was probably something I could have done. I could have actually warded this line over here so that nothing could actually come by here and they're all forced to go the long way. Sure, let's do that. Let's just see what happens. So Katrina's actually going to move here, and she's going to use the ward ability to put 1 right here. So let me go get one of those markers. You know what? I'm going to use this fancy. I know this is not the correct marker you should be using, but it stands out on my camera. So this is the one I'm going to use. Okay. It normally should be, this is a regular ward token, but I like the one that one looks. Okay, so I'm going to place it right here. So for the rest of the round, when the AI goes, they can't pass or see me through here. Okay, and there you go. So all my characters have gone. All right, done. Let's go to the AI step. Now every round, as you can see, move, attack, spawn. All right, so let's move these things in order. Gobkin's always first. He can't move this way, so he's going to move upwards. So he's going to go here. Next, all the roots are going to go. So he can't go this way, so he's going to go upwards. These 2 are going to jump into this hallway right over here. All right, that's it. They're done. And then lastly, the little pumpkins are going to go. So this one's going to move 1, 2 into the hallway here. 1, 2 into the hallway here. Only one space away from Katrina, a little scary. And these two, well, they can't go down, so they're gonna go 1. I guess they're gonna go into the big hallway here. 2, 1, 2. All right, it is much faster to go down than if they go through the little bathroom area here. And I think that's it. So there you go. We finished one full round. All the characters went. The AI, well, actually, I'm not done. I assumed there was nobody to attack. There's nobody that they want to attack, but I did forget to spawn. So they're going to spawn 3 more pumpkins. You go get their little markers. Can't forget the spawn step. And this one's going to spawn in space. Hopefully it's a 6. Hopefully it's a 6. Oh, 1. So where's spot number 1? It is at the main entrance. So we're going to spawn 3 more of these guys right over here. Now there's too many pumpkins on the field. It's a little scary. So that's it. All right, AI is going to move on to the next, the spawn's going to move on to the next one. Let me move this over and let's do our next move. So what do I want to do? I think my most obvious option here is for sure I'm going to move Katrina in here to kill this thing because it is the scariest thing on the board right now. All right, so let's move Emily. She moves at 4, so 1, 2, oh, I gotta remove this ward, obviously. We'll use it again next turn for sure. So 1, 2, and we're just gonna join all these pumpkins over here in the corner. Right over here. Although I have a range of 2, so even from here I can technically hit the Gobkin, because in this game it's a little weird, but when you shoot your range, you count orthogonally and not diagonally. So this is not one space, it's 2 spaces away. And as long as one corner can see another corner, one area can see another area, you can shoot in there. So I can shoot from either here or from here. Yeah, it's fine. I'll stay here. It's fine. So from here, I'm going to shoot here, range 2. I'm good. Although, you know what, just to be sure, in case I'm cheating, let me just move in fully, just in case you can't see it from there. And let me shoot the Gobkin. We already know what we're going to do. I'm just going to take my little marker. Let's put on kill shot. If my prey is a Gobkin, I do double damage. That's 5 times 2, 10 damage. Boom, that's going to take him out right away. All right, so that's my first character done. All right, I'm next. Let's see. All right, I think probably my next best bet is to move Matthias in this room here, take a couple of shots, and maybe take out these 2 guys. So let's move to 1, 2. All right. He should be at full life. He should be at 8. Sorry about that. Let me just double check these. Yeah, Emily's at 6. Okay, so from there, let's just do a regular hip shot. Now, if my thing is low, which it's still low, I can gain a fear to add +1 target. All right, so let's do that. Get a fear. All right, so now I have 2 targets, and I'm just going to do a regular hip shot. That's 1 damage here, but I'm going to get 1 die +1 damage. So it's going to be automatic kill for both of these no matter what I roll. So it's going to be 3 damage in total to both of these things. All right, so they're gone. All right, so that's pretty good. Clearing up the area. Up next, let's activate Jeremiah, who's going to run in and try to take out all 3 of those guys. All right, so let's move 3. 1, 2, 3, which is his movement. Should be at 12 health, his full health. All right, and what we're going to do is he got a new skill, Cyclone. Let's go read it. You probably know what it does. Cyclone. So it's an area of effect spell, 1 die +2 damage. Those things only have 2 life anyway. I don't even have to roll the dice. It doesn't matter at all. Overkill. So it's going to kill them. Let's activate that like so. So let's remove these 3 guys from the board. All right. Now I got 2 guys left. I have Katrina and Elijah here. So Elijah is going to do an environment action to figure out what this thing is. All right, because if I read here is you can interact with them. So I'm assuming it's an environment action to then get a card from the deck. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go here. Let's do it with the action marker there. Let's remove this one, and I'm going to go get the card. I'll be right back. All right, it looks like the 2/4 card is a glass bottle. All right, so we're going to give him a glass bottle, and this is awesome. You can place a glass token in range 1 from you, and whenever a foe enters a location with a glass token, remove the glass token and the foe takes 2 damage. So you can auto kill a pumpkin when they run around. All right, it's pretty good. So it's, although it sucks a little bit because it's only a one-time use, but it is what it is. All right, so let's put that there. Now you can still move, so let's go 1, 2. Let's join our friends right over here. And I think the last action that we're going to do is we're going to put a ward token right between these 2 rooms over here. Like that, right? Let me just double check that. Place a ward token between her location and an adjacent location. Yeah, so these 2 locations are warded against. All right, so there you go. We've fully activated. Let's go to the AI step. So move. There's no gobkins anymore. Great. So let's move the roots. This one's going to move down towards the closest guy. These 2 are going to move down into the hallway. Then let's move the pumpkins. There's only 2 left. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 to reach these guys. 1, 2, 3 to come here. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to come down 1 movement here. And this is 1 area. So the next one's going to be 1, 2 to go right over here. And these guys should have 2 life each. And these should have 5. Yeah, there you go. So that's the end of round 2. Oh, I got a spawn. So we're going to put in 1 pumpling and 2 tree roots. Oh no. That's not good. So where are they going to spawn? Come on, roll a 6. Come on, baby. And it's a 2. That's not good. That's sort of unfortunate because where they're going to go is right here to join the other guys. I think it's going to be very important next round. Maybe put a ward token right over here so these guys are going to force to go up. Where's the last token? It's over here. Okay, so that's the end of the round. Let's return this and let's go to round number 3. All right, I'm sort of wishing that I didn't use Cyclone here and I can use it here from Jeremiah. So I'm gonna have to switch things up a little bit. So the only area of effect spell I got left are from these 2 characters. So I might as well do it now while they're all bunched up into this corner. It's probably gonna be my best bet to take out multiple roots at a time here. So let's move Elijah 2 spaces, 1, 2. And he's going to do his, oh, wait, he should be at 8 health, or 7 health, sorry. He's going to go do his vengeance ability. So let's do it. It's going to be this one over here, which is the new one that he got this round, since last mission. So it's a 2 dice plus 2 damage, but I can gain a fear before rolling and make it an area of attack spell. So let's gain that fear. Alright, so it's going to be 2 dice plus 2 damage to everyone in there. Alright, so 2 dice plus 2. Now, this thing's going to automatically die. Let's just remove the little pumpkin. It's going to get obliterated. And now, if I can roll that's a 5, they're all going to die. Even a 4, they're all going to die. So let's see what's going to happen. And yes! There you go. 4 plus 2, that's 6. They have 1 armor, so it gets reduced to 5, but 5 is enough to kill all 3. Boom, boom, and boom. That's a fantastic roll. That probably just saved me a lot of time trying to take care of all those guys. All right, so there you go. There was Elijah, who ended up doing a lot of work this round. It's good. All right, so what's next? Now that I cleared a lot of the board, I think I should keep my eye on the prize, which is, remember, we need to barricade these things. And you don't want to spend too much time just killing stuff. So who do we want to move in there? All right, actually, before I do, let me use Emily to take out the pumplings and maybe another guy, or damage a guy, and then I'm going to send the other guys in here to move the barricades. All right, because these guys, if a bunch of them get together, they can deal a lot of damage, and there's another 3 coming on the board next turn. So let's use her brand new skill card that she got last mission. So this is called On the Prowl. So you can move up to 3 times. Each time you move this way, you may make the following attack. Just do 2 damage. And if it's your prey, then you do an extra +2. All right, so essentially she moves, she attacks, she moves, she attacks, she moves, she attacks. All right, so let's pay for that with the card right here. All right, so we're gonna move, I'll attack. So I still keep my range, I believe. Yeah, because my range is 2, so I think I'm safe there. So I'm going to shoot 2 damage, take out this pumpling. Then I'm going to move again. I'm going to move in here, shoot again, dead pumpling. And then I'm going to move into the main hallway here, shoot again, and I'm going to damage one of these guys by 1. Because remember, they do have a defense of 1, so that 2 is reduced by 1. All right, so she's joined this major hallway in the middle here. Right, so that's it for her. All right, so let's start moving some stuff. So for Matthias, I'm going to come up here, and I'm going to do an environment action to move one of these barricades. So let's do that. And I'm going to move it down here into this squared area here. And lastly, I'm going to move... Actually, you know what? Maybe he should go in there and smack one of them, so only one of these guys are going to attack us. Yeah, sure, let's do that. So he's going to move 3, 1, 2 to get in here, into this long hallway, and he's going to do his ability. It's the same one from the first mission, so this is going to be 2 dice plus 2 damage. But remember, I get an extra die here. So 3 dice plus 2. Yeah, so 3 dice plus 2. Now I'm going to attack the one. That is 5. Let me see if I can kill it with 1 shot. And let's see, 5, 6. Sorry, 5 plus 2, 7. That's going to be enough. Boom. And dead tree root. Root. All right, so that's going to be. Oh, sorry, I do have her left. There's not much for her to do actually. So let's see. She can do a ward, which is going to be totally useless right now. She can do 1 damage or restore 2 to all heroes. So useless. So you know what? She's gonna join the main hallway also, and she's gonna do 1 damage. Actually, he has defense, so it won't even go through. So you know what? She's gonna come in this room and do a heal 2, but there's only one person that has anything to heal, and that's gonna be Matthias, who ended up having a fear. So we'll get rid of that. And there you go. We're done. All right. So AI is gonna go next. So move. He's the last guy on the board. Attack. He's going to attack his priority target here, which is going to be Jeremiah. So let's roll 1 die of damage. It's going to be 1 minus 1 his armor. You got to remember that he does have armor of 1. So that's going to be 0 damage. So he's going to get 0 fear. Awesome. All right, but we're still going to spawn. So 3 pumplings. 1, 2, 3. All on 2. And where are they going to spawn? Let's see. Hopefully we roll a 6. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Ah, it's a 4. All right, so where's number 4? 4 is all the way up here in the corner. All right, so I sort of want to be out of the main hallway at the end of this round because these guys are going to come in. Or maybe, you know what? I'll just ward this hallway here so that they can come see me and they're going to have to go up. All right, but either way, that's the end of round 3. So let's go to round 4. All right, this is going to be a super quick round. I'm going to do a bunch of environment actions, I think. Although one guy's going to have to attack them. Or anyway, we'll figure this out. So first, let's do Elijah is going to move 2 spaces, do an environment action. It's going to move this barricade over here, and that's going to be enough to barricade this. Right, so this is gone. You know what? I'll just remove this one as well. That was the one from before. All right. So that's it for him. Now, let's do, for her, we already know what she's going to do. She's going to do a ward on this area right over here. All right, so these pumplings are going to have to go up. All right, so she's done. Next, let's do an environment action for Emily, who is going to move this barricade. 1, 2, 3. Down here. So she's done. She's not going to move or else she's going to take an attack of opportunity. Then Matthias is also going to do an environment action. He's going to do the exact same thing. This is still in the same room, so it's going to move it down over here. So I got 1 character left. So what do? Do I attack or do I move down and move the barricade? You know what? Let's try to take it out. Try to get lucky. Because, you know, moving out, he's going to end up hitting me and then he's going to attack somebody else after. It's probably better just to take him out. Yeah, so let's do that. So I'm going to use an environment action on my smash. So this is 1 die plus the die from my relic. So it's going to be 2 dice to roll. I'm gonna roll these two. Hopefully I get lucky. I need to roll a 5 to kill him. And I rolled a 3. Oh, not enough. All right, so what is defense? It'll remove this damage here, and that's gonna give him another 2. So he's gonna be at 2 life left. All right, so that is gonna be the end of the Legends turn. So let's go to the AI, move. He's not gonna move. These guys are gonna move. They're gonna go 1. I mean, they can go here or here. Just go up in the hallway. 1, 2. All right, so that's them. Now attack. They don't attack. They're gonna attack. They're gonna attack. He's gonna attack Jeremiah again. Oops. He's gonna attack Jeremiah again because of his priority target here. So again, 1 minus 1 is armor, 0 damage. That's awesome. Very lucky, very lucky. Then we're gonna do a spawn. So it's gonna be 1 root. 2 roots. 2 roots and a pumpkin, right? Yeah. So where are they gonna spawn? Hopefully I roll a 6. Come on, baby. Nice, 6. So they don't spawn. Awesome. All right, so let's get these guys and chuck them away. All right. So that's it for there. Let's go to round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, start of a new round. Let's just take this thing out. It's probably the best thing to do. So let's just pay 1 smash there. Next round he's gonna do a refresh. So it's gonna be 2 dice worth of damage as long as I roll a 2. Now I rolled a 5. Oh, I couldn't roll this last round. Okay, anyway, that's gonna take out the root. Now Jeremiah could move from here. Does he want to move? Does he want to move? Do I care about those pumplings that are going to come attack me? Yeah, you know what? Let's move. We're going to go. Let's join everyone over here. We're all going to come over here and barricade this thing together. Actually, this should be removed. Sorry about that. Or do I draw these guys away from everyone else so they can go ahead and barricade everything? Not a bad idea, actually. You know what? Let's go 1, 2. We're going to go right over here. Let's try that. Let's try something different. So he moved. All right, up next is going to be Elijah. Very simple. Let's just do a environment action. It's going to move this one here. And he's going to move here as well. Up next, let's just do Matthias. He's going to move down here. And he's going to do an environment action to move this barricade over here. All right, and lastly is before Katrina, Emily is going to go 1, 2, join Elijah over here, and she's going to do an environment action. But actually, I forgot to do something at the start of her turn. Obviously, all her tokens are used. There's nothing in her prep, so everything's going to come back. And as I said, let's do an environment action. So we're going to move 1 barricade up to number 2. All right, like I mentioned, this is for 1 window. We're going to move the other one here for the 2nd window. So they're all done. And lastly for Katrina, she's gonna go 1, 2 because she moves 2, and she's gonna actually put her ward right over here to protect her and Jeremiah in this room. Maybe I'm gonna go send her to go get this token because she's the only one that can go get it. It's a special relic that she can give out. Maybe I'll do that while the other 3 deal with these 2 barricades and these pumplings. But anyway, the legends have all activated, so let's do the AI. So they're gonna move. All right, now where are these guys gonna go? They can't reach these 2 because of the ward. So the closest character is 1, 2, 3 away here. 1, 2, 3, 4 away there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're gonna come back down here. So they're gonna go 1, 2 back in the hallway. 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's them. They have no one to attack, so they're done. Let's do a spawn. Oh, all right, so we're gonna bring back another Gobkin who's gonna start off at 10 health, and a tree root. It's gonna start at 5. All right, so where are they gonna spawn? Hopefully I roll a 6 again. That would be amazing. And it's a 3. All right, so they're gonna go all the way up here. That's gonna be a lot of damage to try to do with only these 3 characters, but we'll see what we can do. This is going to move over, and now we're on to round number 6. All right, actually, I just had to look at the map quick. FYI, the pumpkins could have reached this group also by 3. I just noticed that there's a little hallway here, so they could have gone 1, 2, 3. So I could choose whether they go down or this way. I'm just going to keep it the way it is because I'm going to use Matthias to kill them all. But that was an option that I had. I could have put them in this room over here, but I didn't do that. All right, so let's keep it the way it is. All right, so first things first, obviously I'm going to do Emily to take care of that Gobkin because that's her prey and she can take it off with one shot. All right, so let's just do that right away. Do this, boom, kill shot, range 2, 10 damage, boom, remove her from the board. That was easy enough. Now she can move, but she's good where she is. All right, second up is going to be Matthias. Let's just do this quick. He's got to do a refresh action. Oh, sorry, let's move this over. Let's just take everything back. All right, so he's going to do a barrage, 1 die damage plus another die here plus 1, but he's on low, so it's going to be 2 dice plus 2 damage, range 1 to all these things. Doesn't actually matter, they're all going to die. 1, 2, 3, they're done. All right, now he can move as well. Now he will move, all right, because I do want to get closer to those barricades. So he's going to go 1, 2, and you know what? He's going to stay in this room right here, so he can move the barricade up. Oh, I have to remove this. So he's done. So now I got Elijah next, who's going to do a very simple action, just move the barricade. So let's play with that with some fear. Environment action, let's move that over here. So that's going to break off this one here. All right, 3 down, 2 to go. I got only 3 and 4 left. By the way, 4 goes in the corner here, but I believe that's all one room connected, so it doesn't really matter like that. So that's that. Now I have Jeremiah left. So I guess what he's going to do is he's going to move 1, and he's also going to do an environment action to move this barricade up into the 4. So let's do that. So he's got to do a refresh first. Environment. It's going to move this 1 room into here, and that's going to go into the 4. Actually, let me just double check that, because it would make more sense if we needed to barricade the hallway here. But the 4 on the map here isn't really clear. But then everyone that was attacking me should have came from here. You know what? That's fine. Let's pretend 4's up here. I may have made a mistake on the setup. So let's leave that there. Yeah, I just double checked the book. I think that's right. I think we're supposed to be barricading the door over here. And there's a little line here, which means it's a separate area. So a bit of where I was spawning guys, a little out of whack. Because instead of spawning in this room, they should have spawned up here. So everyone was 1 step closer to us. But it is what it is. All right, the last person to activate is Katrina. And she's literally got nothing to do. So she's just going to join her friends. Going to go 1, 2, right over here. And call it a day. There's not much. You can do a ward token. Let's just put it right here. Why not? It's kind of useless. Okay, so the AI is going to go. Move. Attack. Nothing to attack. Spawn. Alright, so we're going to spawn. Now we're on 1 pumpkin, 1 root, 1, basically 1 of each. Let's grab these guys. Alright, so now they can only spawn at 4 or 3. Let's see where they're going to go. Hopefully I roll a 6. That'll be amazing. Ah, 2. Alright, so it's going to go on the 3 spot. Oh boy, it's a lot of guys. Boom, boom, and boom. Although the one good thing is that I can sort of ward over here and they're going to be all forced to go around, and I can send my guys the other way to do other things. Anyway, so that's the end of the round. Let's remove the ward token and let's get to it. Okay, so let's start up by boarding up number 4. So we're only going to deal with the 1 barricade left, 1 exit left. So let's do that with Jeremiah. So let's pay for that environment action. He's going to move first, obviously, and then he's going to move this to the next spot over here, which is going to take care of this barricade right over here. All right, so 4 down and 1 to go. So he's done. All right, next, let's, I already know what Katrina's going to do. She's going to come over here and do a ward right over here. It's going to be very handy, I think. So we're going to block those 2 spots right here. So everyone's going to be forced to go the other way around. That's awesome. And I think that's going to help us win for sure, because all I have to do is get the barricades here and ward again. Even if a bunch of guys spawn in the next turn from here, I just barricade a bunch of times. So I'm just going to be going through the motions now, I guess. So what Eli is going to do is he's going to move to get out of here. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And from there, what he's going to do is he's going to do a bless action. All right, so from there, what that does is it heals, recovers 3 from himself and 1 from an ally. So he's going to recover these 2 fears. All right, and there's nothing else to heal. All right, everyone else is at full life and no fear, so he's pretty much done. For her, she might as well take an attack while the people are here. So let's pay that with a hunter shot. That's 2 damage. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to target the pumpkin. Just kill 2 damage. Done. Easy. Just going to move at 4. Just going to go 1 into the hallway, 2, 3, and 4. Join Katrina over here. All right, and the last person to go is Matthias. Very simple. Environment action. Move this into this area here, and he's going to move into it as well. So we're all done. Easy. So now movement. Gobkin's going to come down. The root's going to come down. He's going to come down. That's it. So spawn. Let's go get the book. So it's going to be another Gobkin and a root, and the only place that they could spawn is there, so they're just going to keep piling in. But like I said, the rest is elementary, right? Because let's see, next turn I got to move them 1, 2, 1, 2. That's 4 actions. I have 4 characters. Yeah, so it's going to end next turn for sure. Okay, so that was the end of the round. So let's start the new round and let's just go through the motions. I'll show you what I'm going to do. So Elijah's going to go first. 1, 2, environment action to move this here. This should go away. Then Eli is going to go. He's going to move 1, environment action to move it here. Then Matthias is going to go, come here, environment action to move it here. And then Emily is going to go, environment action to move it here. Double barricade. Barricades are done. Boom. Completed the mission. That was pretty easy. All right, so if you go see here, barricade and lock all the spawn points is done. Katrina survived. So we're good. So what you're going to do after, you're going to go read the nice long epilogue. You're going to get a special bonus reward over here. But there you go. That's the end of chapter 2. I made a little mistake with the number 4 spawn. It should have been right at the doorway here instead of on the stairs. But you can probably fix that when you guys play. So there you go. Let me know if I made any other mistakes. We'll see you in chapter 3. Later.